All right, let's get started. Welcome, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us today for this live demo of the CORE platform. First off, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Catherine, and I am the leader for our customer success of North America. I have been working with agencies all over the world to help implement CORE in the agencies. And hopefully today I can give you a good overview of everything that you can gain when you work with CORE. So the idea is to go through the demo. And of course, if you have any questions at all throughout our session today, please feel free to write them in the chat box. If you want to, we have our Q&A session where you can also answer in there. We will be able to answer those questions, and we will also spend some time at the very end going through those questions as well. So please let us know if you have those questions, and we will be good to go. All right, everyone in the chats, also feel free to shout out where you guys are joining us from. I know we're all over the US. Love to hear where you guys are located. All right, so welcome to our demo. Today, we're talking about CORE, and CORE is the #1 management solution for marketing and advertising agencies. Now, I know that many of you joining in probably work with many different systems. So the idea today is to try and see how we can consolidate everything that you guys are doing into our single source of truth. So on today's agenda, we are going to, again, give a brief overview of what is CORE, why is it important for agencies, talk a little bit about what we offer overall as a platform, and then we're going to go live. We're going to see the platform in all its glory, everything that you can learn from CORE, and then at the end, we will have a Q&A session for you guys to ask all of those questions that you are having, and anything we don't get to, you can always leave your email and we can contact you afterwards with other questions, and you can also talk to your consultant at CORE. So first off, what is CORE? CORE is an all-in-one management solution that is primarily made for creative agencies. We use automation of timesheets through AI to predict profitability, to reduce work overload, and improve our client engagements. So CORE is the tool that's going to allow you to comprehensively manage your agency's operations. Now, all of these different aspects, as I mentioned, I know many of you work with multiple systems, a time tracking system, a resource managing system, a project management system, a metrics profitability, finance analysis system. And the idea with CORE is to have that all in one, in real time, to understand end to end how your agency is working, how we can work smarter, work better, and provide a healthy work environment for our team, as they are the building blocks of what every agency needs to grow. They need our team, our resources. So of course, this is everything that we offer at CORE. So without further ado, I think it's important for us to actually get in, check out the platform, and answer those questions. So I'm going to hop in very quickly here. And as I mentioned, it is a full end-to-end solution, our single source of truth. But I'm going to primarily start off with what we call outputs, what we're getting from the system, the information that you can get out of it, and all of the simple inputs. And I'll show you how we do it step by step, building from the ground up to get these type of outputs. So looking here, we have this amazing BI solution that is embedded within the CORE platform to give us real-time insight into how everything is performing, both from a company level, a client level, project management, and a team level, to understand how we can take these data points, take this information, and better negotiate with our clients. We can better renegotiate. We can understand how our team is working, where our time is being invested. So from a company standpoint, how profitable are we? How profitable are we month over month, every day, every week, every quarter, and in real time? So we have tons of different metrics to be able to understand. Another thing that's really important within CORE is estimation. We plan, and then what is the reality? We all live in an agency world, and we all know, of course, it happens. We have these plans, we build everything out, and sometimes we do it faster or slower, or with more money, less money, whatever that might be. So being able to use these metrics in real time to make those decisions and changes is always super helpful. I can come in and directly see, how am I handling profitability on a client by client basis? Which of my clients are more profitable, less profitable? Which ones are eating up all of my time? Where can I better spend time over other clients that maybe are really profitable, but we don't spend as much time on them? How can we take this information and change that, use that to our advantage, and have a better relationship with all of our clients? So we see tons of different metrics on this standpoint. Then jumping into our project management side, obviously it's important for us to manage our projects and know how we are in terms of our workflow, understanding where we are we delayed, are we on time, how many overall projects do we have. Another thing is talking about rework, right? We have clients and we plan back and forth. We plan time for us to make adjustments and changes so we're delivering the best possible product. But sometimes things change, and sometimes clients come back and out of the blue want something completely different. So, how do we track that? Do I need to take extra administrative time to rebuild out the project or to adjust or add tasks to my project? No, within COR, we simplify. The idea is to have a single place where we can do everything as quickly and automated as possible. And when I can see at a high level view how many of those reworks I'm having month over month, what are my clients requesting from me, what are the changes we're needing to make, so in the future I can better plan, I can organize and have those conversations, be able to tell a client, hey, we are delivering on a different timeline based on these changes. We are going to need to adjust the budget based on these changes. All of that kind of information we can have here. And as the team is working every single day within the platform, this data is also getting updated. I don't have to manually pull reports. I don't have to go in and export from 6 different systems to try and find the details that I need. I come in here and it's all based on what we're seeing in a day-by-day basis. And finally, looking at people, our building blocks of the agency, the ones who are getting the work done and allowing us to have these relationships and such with our clients. So I want to see, is my team at a healthy level? Are they tracking their time? What does their capacity look like to take on new jobs? Do we need to open up our hiring plan? Do we need to make changes? Are people overworked or are they underutilized? Sometimes we need to have a better visibility on what the team is doing at any given point, because it's going to allow us to better plan our projects, better organize our timelines. So having reports that will understand day by day how the team is working in the system, how they are in their assignments for their tasks and their projects, and does it make sense for us to assign work to somebody who is totally collapsed? Or are there ways that we can use someone else, someone more junior, someone more senior? As we're going through, we're going to be able to see all of those in real time. So many, many different metrics to go in here. But of course, to get all of these great outputs, we need great inputs. And that starts from our resource, from our team, from the base, meaning we can come in, we can set up all of our team members for them to come in and be able to work efficiently. Now, we focus a lot on profitability, understanding availability, capacity, all of that. So when I am setting this information up at my user level, it's really easy. I can come in and I very easily am able to assign, I have 10 hours a day to work. And that will allow me to have a healthy balance of work and personal life and my hourly rate. I'm able to understand profitability at that cost level of truly, are these projects worth doing? Should we make changes? Do I need to put someone more junior or senior on this project to become more profitable? And I know there are some questions in the chat, so I will try and answer some as we go through. And again, of course, when we get to the end, but I see a question just popped up here about, can you input team member vacations? and adjusting their availability and their capacity. Yes, this is something that we work with both billable and non-billable time. So it's easy for us to be able to organize and set up when people aren't available to work, when they are, how much they're available or not. There's many different ways that we can handle capacity of our team. And that's really important too, to go along with our planning, our forecasting, our resourcing to understand when we are going to have people available for our projects or not. So we've got our users set up. Now we want to set up teams. We want to have organization where we can assign quickly information. I can pull reports on how each of my teams or groupings in the agency are doing. All of that information we're able to see and configure at a very high level. So creating projects is easier. I know that I'm going to need my entire development team or my entire strategy team or just individuals joining in on our projects and tasks with our clients. So you come in and you are able to organize teams as needed in a very easy way. So with this, we have our team built out. Now it comes down to actually working with our clients. Now, we work with many different clients on many different project types, but the one thing with an agency world is we have a service offering. We know what it is that we are selling to our customers. So within the platform, the idea is for us to be able to templatize this information because that's going to help automate and make project creation and setup and all that annoying admin time super easy to do it in just a few clicks, take just a few minutes to set up our projects. And when we templatize, we can start understanding what are we offering to our clients and what are the steps that we need to take to make that happen. Who needs to be involved? How long does it typically take us to do that? And what's great about COR is that COR uses the AI, uses machine learning to better understand your service offering, how people do that in the day to day, how they're tracking their time, how they're managing that from client to client, because of course we may offer the same service, but the time we invest from one client to the other isn't necessarily the same. So COR is able to start learning. So we templatize and we build a base foundation of our task, of our timeline. But then COR will take that to the next level using smart estimations, being able to say that it's going to take more or less time to do this based on who's involved, what the client is, what the history we have with these types of projects. So as soon as I'm able to templatize anything, I can come in very easily and create my project. We can do campaign. We will set up our client. And of course, because we have everything templatized, I simply select my template, and that is all I really need to do. I can come in because I have set everything in my template, all of my tasks, my timelines. If that's all the information I currently have is that we're doing a campaign for Acme and it's a digital marketing campaign, I can come in and create my project. Obviously, adding a little bit more detail when we can add it is super helpful. So we do have a full creation module where you can come in and add all of the details. You can help create recurrencies. You know, a lot of times we're doing the same thing for a client over and over, every single month, every quarter, every year, every week, everything like that. So I don't want to go in and spend all of my time creating these projects every single week, every single month. No, I want to set it up one time and know that every single week, month, the system is going to be able to adjust that. So we can set up our frequencies, all of the information that we need, including our members, who's involved, who's going to work on this project. We can see in real time who's available using the avatars. And that goes back to when we were setting up our users, their capacity, understanding how much time does each person have. So when I'm going to create my project, I have an easy view of each person, and the color around their avatar will give me a high level view of, does this person have availability to take on this job? Are they collapsed? Are they wide open? So I can plan accordingly and assign individuals. We can assign team members, whatever we need to get the project done. And the final step is profitability. Now we know that Clients pay in different ways for our services. We have ongoing retainer fees, we've got one-time project fees, fixed fees, all of that. And because COR is made for agencies, we understand that. So we give multiple ways to be able to measure profitability, measure those incomes for our projects. So whether this project is something that is only being paid for one time, a flat fee, we can add that here as a single quote, or we can come in and it's part of their retainer fee. They're paying a fixed amount on a monthly basis, and I am able to assign one or more projects to it and view in real time the profitability of those projects, of that fee overall, to understand really how I'm working with my clients. The data and everything in real time is super important. We then come in, we add our estimations, we guess how long is this going to take? And then as we go through, we'll see those deviations, we'll see those changes. We planned for X, but Y happened. It's easy for us to manage that. So I will go in and I will create my project. And as we can see, all of my tasks have already been built out. Very easy for us to see the timeline. I have even a few team members already preset from our template level. Very simple. And Lane, you've got great questions today. Breaking out hours estimated by type. Yes, we can set up different categories where we can break down, and I'll even hop into an already running project where you can see I have set a set amount of account management hours for this project, a set amount of creative hours. So you can break down and see how we're doing among each of those categories, as well as within the tasks themselves. We're going to set up how long we think these tasks are going to take us. So when I look at my project here, I have my planning phase. We're getting everything ready. And I can estimate that this overall will take us about 53 hours. I can distribute and organize because not necessarily everyone has the same involvement at a project level, at a task level. People have different skills, different needs, everything that is in there. So we have to assign them their correct time. That is going to pull back into our resourcing for us to understand what the true availability is for each person. So we break it down by task type, by categories, everything that we need to. And the idea, again, is to try and set this up as much in the project templates as possible. So we build out our project. In the blink of an eye, we have everything ready. You're not spending all of that additional time building out projects, building plans, anything like that. You can spend that time doing the billable work, doing the creative stuff, the fun stuff that we all want to do, and we all want to enjoy and get rid of all the annoying admin stuff. So when we create our project, it's also important to know that we have the timeline. How is this project going to flow? So in a real-time Gantt view, I'm able to see how this project is going to be from start to finish, from the first day to the last day. What type of dependencies do we have? Is this a project that I can easily move all different items together? Something happens, we got to push it back a week. That's fine. We can do that using drag and drop. We can adjust timelines of individual tasks, everything that we need to do very simply. It is a very user-friendly way for our project managers to come in and organize their projects so that we can work smarter with our clients. Another great thing about this view and being able to work with our projects is also being able to interact with our clients. Clients also have the ability to come into COR using our client access. We can share our projects with our clients in real time. A lot of the times we have to plan, we pull meeting times and pull all this information out, exporting details. But in here, it's an easy way for my client to work together with us, to have transparency, to have visibility over everything that we are doing from start to finish in the project, and even to come in and request those reworks and those changes and have that back and forth communication with each other. So when we are looking at a kickoff meeting, obviously it's important for us to understand what we're doing in the meeting, how we're seeing all of this information. So I've got my meeting and I can see, perfect, my checklist of things that we need to see in this meeting, who's involved, all of the information of those task types and labels. This is all going into that account management time, that planning time, and then communicating as well. I can come in and communicate with the team. We consolidate all of our communication into one single place. A lot of the times we've got our Slack, we've got our Teams, we've got our email, we've got our sticky notes, whatever that might be. And it's hard if somebody comes into a project new or has to replace somebody. We're changing things around. I get sick and someone needs to replace me. Having a single place for communication, both at the task and the project level, is really going to help our team be able to find what we need to get the task, to get the project done in a very easy way. I simply need to assign the right people, and they will have full access to message, to share files, to track their time, to understand those checklists. Really, everything that they need to do can be handled here in our, again, single source of truth. So with this, as we can see here again, reworks. This is where our clients, in this case, if we're sharing this with our client, the client can come in and very easily say, I need a change to be done. I can come in, I mark this. We need to update. I want this a completely different color. I need more research, whatever that might be. We can add that detail in. It's marked here and it goes to that reworks report. So on the back end, I can see how long that is going to take us and what additional time it's going to add to our project. And of course, we have that visible. Now, the client view is this view, but customized. Every single user in the platform is given a role, and those roles are customizable based on what you need to do, the visibility that you need, and the tasks that you have to do on your day-to-day. Some will need to see metrics, some just need time tracking, right? So the same thing we would do with our clients. Those clients would be able to come in and be assigned to a task, be assigned to part of the project, whatever that might be. You guys get to decide how transparent or not you want to be with your clients, what kind of visibility you would like to provide to them. So with that, as we are looking at a singular project, of course, we're looking at profitability, deviations, understanding what we've planned for, our budget minus our costs, and what we're expecting in terms of profitability. What is the reality of our profitability? And we're able to see all of this very easily on all of our projects, as well as all of our projects together. We're not just managing a single project with a single client. We're managing many projects with many different clients. So having visibility of that, we can come in and have a high level view of how my projects are performing. This is a really great view for project managers. Project managers can come in and they can see, they can filter. I want to see how my account managers are doing on their projects, how my development team is doing on their projects. And high level, I can see right off the bat, I have projects that are profitable, on time, everything looks good. I have projects that are delayed. They're still going to be profitable, but I should have delivered this months ago. This could go back to reworks. This could go back to a million different reasons, but at least I can see very quickly. As the project manager, I'm going to hop onto that project quickly and see when we can get it delivered, give updates to the clients. And I can also see if we're not going to be profitable. If this project is not meeting our profitability goals, what can I do? Does it mean I should put more junior resources on it? Does this mean I should put more senior resources on it with a smaller time frame? Can I communicate with the customer that we're going to need to adjust budgets? What can we do to make this as many happy little green faces as possible? Of course, decisions are needing to be made, and now we have the data and the information to be able to make those. I can also see, again, my team members, my resources, as we're actively working on projects and tasks, not only in that project, but also in my Gantt chart. I can see what each team member has assigned to them at any given period, what the status of those tasks are. Again, it's a very colorful, it's a very visual system. So we can see that, is this task something that is new, that hasn't been started yet? Is it in process? Is it going through review? Is it on hold, finished? Where are we? And who has availability to take on new projects? I can see day by day, throughout the week, on a monthly basis, and see everything that is happening with my resources. As a project manager, as a director, it's really important for me to have this visibility to know when I can and cannot assign someone to a specific task or project. This Gantt chart is also very dynamic. It allows me to make adjustments. It allows me to reassign and drag and drop and move timelines as needed. So in real time, we can make those adjustments and not have to wait. We can come through and extend or move as needed. And everyone's capacity tracker is going to change based on those movements. So I don't have to go tracking down everybody. What's your availability? What are you like? What's your workload? No, I simply come in, I'm here in my Gantt chart, and I have full visibility over everything that is happening. So with all of that, I have seen the project being built from the templates. We've seen our outputs. We've seen a bit of our project and our Gantt chart. And of course, the foundation of everything that we do is time. It's understanding where we're using it, where we can be better about using our time. Are we investing more in clients that aren't profitable? Should we be moving our time to other clients that could be more profitable? Where is that happening? And to do that, we need to time track. So, being a full solution, of course, we have time tracking where each of our users will be able to come in. They will be able to track their time in several different ways. The first being coming into COR and starting in the task list. I see all of the different tasks that I have assigned to me. I can organize them by priority or deadline. I can see everything that I should be doing. I personally love the My Tasks dashboard. This dashboard is an easy way for me to organize my work in things I should do today, things I should do this week, things I've got upcoming, and my finished tasks. So in here, I can see today I should be working on the following. I have a few things that I'm a little overdue on, so I should probably attack those first. But I also have some urgent priority items. We can go in and change those priorities. So I should know I should come in and start working on that. Now, if I am single mindedly focusing on a single task, the easiest way for me to do this would be to start my timer. My timer allows me to just do the work, focus on this particular task. I am drafting my social media plan right now. And so I will let that timer run. That timer is going to show in my action panel on the top of the platform, as well as in my task panel itself. So it's an easy way for me to see where that time is being spent. When I have finished, I can simply click on stop, accept the time, and it's gone into my timesheet. Now, of course, we know we live in an agency world. We're bouncing between tasks. We're always jumping through, spending a few minutes here, a few minutes there. So sometimes the timer doesn't make sense. It's hard to focus just on one thing at a time. Sometimes I'm jumping around. So, of course, we have manual entry as well, where I can come in on my action panel and manually add time to my task. I can also go back. Oh, I forgot to track my time yesterday where I was working on this banner and I was tracking 3 hours. What's great is I can even add a note, remind myself on this banner, I didn't finish everything, but we'll finish tomorrow. Many different things just to remind me, leave a little note about that time entry, add that in, and I can go ahead, accept it. And again, it goes into my timesheet. Now, we also understand that people don't like to track time. We have those stubborn team members who are always tracking down to push them to say, hey, have you tracked your time yet? I haven't seen your time sheet. Were you working on this? Where are you working? And so taking that into consideration, we have also taken one step further and added in the machine learning aspect and the smart suggestions of time, where I can understand how somebody is working with their timesheet, but also that COR is going to start suggesting time inputs. It's going to start learning from how you and your team work, how we track time towards which types of tasks, towards which types of clients. And it's going to be able to start suggesting. So when I want to come in and I'm working on a task, I can see that there are times where COR recognizes that me in my planning phase typically take 4 hours. I have historically tracked 4 hours, and therefore COR is going to suggest, yep, I saw you working on these for 2 days, and we're going to suggest that it took you 4 hours on those days. I can come in and I can accept it. That's 4 hours. I've already added to my timesheet. I forgot about it. I didn't have to manually track. I didn't have to use a timer, anything like that. It's already set here. Now it is a suggestion. It is learning. It's trying to understand from you. So sometimes the numbers aren't right. Sometimes I open up a task and I get a phone call, or I leave and I come back. And sometimes that number seems a little strange. So what we recommend is obviously understanding and making that change. Oh, I forgot I left my computer open. I didn't actually work 4 hours on that. So I'm going to remove that suggestion for the day. Didn't happen. Or when I come into my timesheet, I can see all of the different suggestions, make the adjustments that I need to, and eventually we can get your team to be able to time track an entire week in the click of one button. We'll have all of the different tasks that they have been working on, and we have this fancy little accept all button. It's a great way for me to come in and accept all of the different suggestions that I have that CORE has made based on my previous tracking, based on my accepting of the suggestions, anything that I've done there. And I can come in and my timesheet will be filled out using that estimation. The same thing that we do with timesheets, we also do with estimating our tasks and our projects. So we've built out our tasks and projects in our template. But of course, this estimation comes from somewhere, and it is something that we're always looking to improve as we're learning. We're taking data, we're taking information that we have from our previous tracking, from each client, and having that, CORE is going to then start becoming smarter in the estimations of time that we have. So again, the suggestions of time in my timesheet directly influence the time estimations in my task, in my project, and the system getting smarter, learning about me, learning about my past, learning about each client, and all of that. So it's super important for us to be able to handle all of that information in a single place. Then, of course, hopping back into metrics, as we've seen at the very beginning, understanding our timesheets, understanding the health of our team, knowing that each person is tracking a specific amount of time in a specific time frame. And I want to make sure that, of course, we could see times where it's all red, where people aren't tracking everything that they should. That's a way for us as directors, as C-levels, as admins to the system to say, great, let's start getting our team to track more often, to get all of their data in. And then, of course, our outputs are going to be as accurate as possible. We're going to have all of the information that we need. It's going to be correct because our inputs are as strong as possible. So there's lots of information that we can gain from using CORE. It is a vertical solution that has from end to end everything from building out our projects, managing those projects, our time, our resources, our clients, our metrics, everything that we might need to do that. So that is kind of a high level view of the platform. And of course, CORE is more than just a software. We have the software, but something that's really important is also the support that you can gain by using CORE. Of course, I am speaking from the customer success side. So this is where I primarily work with all of my customers, but having a specialized team that's going to work with you to help understand your processes, to help make those different changes that you need to better work with the platform. We have live chat with our support team. We have plenty of these different webinars that we are communicating with. Lots of video tutorials. Our CORE Academy is a fantastic way to learn all the functionalities, to get best practices, content, all the different blogs, everything that you might need, as well as articles. We have plenty of different articles and webinars that we've had with other clients to get feedback on how they're using the system as well. So that is something also to keep in mind, that when you are purchasing CORE, you're not only getting a software, you're getting a full support team behind you to be able to help you make those decisions, to better negotiate, to better renegotiate with your customers, and hopefully become as profitable, as happy and healthy in our work life balance as we can possibly be. Because the agency world, we know it's ever changing, ever growing. There's lots of burnout, lots of changes. So we want to have a single place where we can make the best decisions for us, for our team, for our resources, for our clients. So that is a little bit about us, and I know have got to be plenty of questions, so I will open it up now and take some time to go through those. And Lane, you've got plenty of questions. I love it. Is there a report that shows an employee's utilization percentage between billable and non-billable time? Yes. So within the platform, we have lots of different reports that we manage in that insights dashboard that I had showed you earlier. And we currently do work with rate cards. And I can actually hop back in. And when we're setting up our users, we're able to set up both billable time, billable rates, and manage our internal and external projects. So not only am I managing the billable time with all of my clients, I'm also managing internal time. I'm managing the admin time, meeting times, PTO, anything like that. So of course, we're able to pull reports on time spent on those billable projects versus non-billable. We have plenty of different ways to set up all of that information, also using costs and bill rates, everything that we need there, because of course we know that's how everything works in the agency world. So yes, absolutely. What other questions? Let's see, going to look here. Can you automate assignment of resources based on an open role needed and current team schedules? So our team is constantly working on different ways to make assigning easier based on our resources. So each user is assigned a position, a role, their skills based on all this information. So you can come in and use capacity metrics. You can go in and understand through filtering and view in real time what is the availability and assigning of our roles. You can assign from the template level automatically. Have people, as soon as I use a set template, these are the people that I need to be doing that. So you can have all of that type of information. And then the next question I see is the review on a leadership level different from a team member level? Yes. As I had mentioned, COR is a solution that every user has a role. We have 4 primary roles, and those would be our C-level, our director, our project manager, and our collaborator roles. And each one of those is customizable based on what you need to view. We understand that the C-level admin type role needs to see those deep metrics. They need to see progress on our teams, on our resourcing, on our clients, on profitability. Yes, we know that a collaborator might just need to see their time tracking. They need to see their list of clients, their projects, and their timesheet. Well, project manager needs to be able to manage those templates. They need to manage those projects, their team, how their resources are managing. So each person is going to be assigned a specific role. Those roles can then be customized based on the specific visibility that you would need. The same thing for freelancers. We work a lot of the times with freelancers, people that aren't necessarily built into our organization. So we also have ways of working with our freelancers, giving them a specific type of role. We can also add them in as an additional cost to our profitability to be able to manage this in real time and know how everything is working, to communicate, to collaborate on all levels, from the super admin side to the day-to-day collaborator in the platform. So lots of different views there. Any other questions? These questions have all been really great, and I highly recommend that you speak to your COR consultant with all of these other questions that you might have. And of course, as you come into the platform and start working, many more questions come up, and we are able to answer those and help to make your business better. Yes, so we integrate with many different systems, Dropbox, OneDrive, Google Drive, all of those for communication purposes. We also integrate with Zapier to integrate with further systems. It's really important for us to understand your needs, to understand what kind of work tech setup you guys already have today, and how we can best get that information automated between systems. So at the project and task level. It is for communication, Google Drive, OneDrive, and Dropbox. And then, of course, Google Calendar, all of that kind of fun stuff. And if you want more information, of course, your core consultant, or you can leave your email in here. We can send you more information, everything that you might need. Other questions? I'm looking at the chat here, trying to make sure I get to all of them. Yes, the best way you can absolutely reach out and have a sales rep contact you and set up a one-on-one, set up a specific, more customized demo. The idea is to understand your needs. We know we work with agencies of all shapes and sizes all over the world. And of course, this was a very high level view of all the benefits that you have in the platform. But of course, your specific needs can absolutely be spoken with any of our core consultants. Lady, if you want to leave your email as well, we can have one of our team members reach out directly to schedule a call with you to talk about your needs and how we can help with those. Absolutely. They're all great questions, everybody. Make sure I haven't missed anything else. Perfect. Thanks, Lane. We'll make sure to reach out to you afterwards. Anybody else have any questions? Wonderful. I think that should do it. As you can see in the chat, we have added just a little bit more information, a couple of case studies, success stories in here if you would like to learn more. You can also schedule directly. There's a calendar link in the chat, so feel free to use that as well to set up some time to learn more about how CORE can help your businesses. We really appreciate it. Thanks everyone so much for your time today. It has been really great walking you through the platform, and hopefully I'll see you on the other side once you have started with us on the customer success end. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks everyone. Thank you.